You see this thing called life? Life has many roads that weave and intertwine. The direction that I seek is one of an enlightened mind. I drove to surrender and stayed a while. The road was dusky, but it was my divine mile. We sat in the dust, surrender and I. Then I let go of the who, what, whens and whys to awaken to a new day greeting, a new healing. Hi, my name's Lyrical Healer. I was born Winston Duncan and I am an author, singer, songwriter, poet.
I had the privilege of meeting Lyrical through a friend of mine, a close friend of mine who recommended her to me and said you ought to have Lyrical on one of your events, on the bill. And I was blown away the very first time I heard her, and I've been watching her growing and reaching her maximum potential. I don't think there is a maximum for Lyrical.
Lyrical Healer as an artiste is absolutely superb. I love the depth and range of her voice, and I love the analytical context of her poetry. She looks at life, she analyses it, and she puts it into prose. And it's just lovely to listen to.
It actually started while I was in school. I attended Elizabeth Garrett Anderson and I was doing music GCSE, and I absolutely loved and adored it alongside with drama. And we were asked to perform, that song, Stand By Me, oh, stand by me. And it was myself and a friend of mine, Claudette, and we were on the assembly stage, and you're a lot smaller when you're 12 and 13, and we sung it, and there was just a rapturous applause, nothing I'd ever felt before. So from there, my career started, I would say, or my interest in music started. I grew up in Angel, Islington. It was when I moved to South East London that I got in touch with the vast underground music scene. My career started in 2001. I went on to promote a sold-out open mic night called Freestyle as part of a group called The Collective.
Keeping it tight, 24/7. Had no plans for staying underground because we're reaching for the heavens like shining beacons. Tried, tested and proven formula. Creating euphoria, spreading a positive criteria and elevating higher.
In 2007, I won the Southwark Culture Award for both theatre work in Southwark schools and my debut book of poems, The Food Spiral. I went on to broadcast on radio and made frequent television appearances. Bloodshed, bloodshed, the pavement turns red. Pop, 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 another one's dead. Bloodshed, bloodshed, the pavement turns red. Pop, 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 another one's dead. Every day, every day, another one dead. Every day, every day, another one dead. Every day the streets see Africans descending, din, 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 din. Every day the streets see Africans descending, din, 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 din. So if I spit it for the warriors, I must spit it for the troops. Stop raping Mother Africa for her loot. Enemy lines must be recruited. See, I'm a poet who feels it, knows it. Last chapter I closed it. In and out of constant hesitation to fight against warring nations. All we feel is alienation as we move closer towards detonation. The streets are soaked in our blood because it's cool to be a gangster. Fuck, it's a hard not life. Alright. The noose around my neck is getting tight. Shit. But I can't help thinking, what is anybody listening? Comfort zones are so appealing while we kick back, procrastinating. Not only do we face drug addiction, we face ultimate humiliation through lack of education. See, I will be at the forefront of the queue, bringing down Babylon for all to view. Yeah, we've had it rough, but enough is enough.
Our lives, we give our lives, libation to those lives. We give thanks for those lives that they coke mode. Still playing on the broke road. Watching all the old folks. I was told how the old folks went through the struggles of the 50s and 60s. Life in the jungle of a hostile city that was bombed out. So we pour out a little whiskey, libation to the elder. No, I don't.
I had the pleasure of appearing in the music video Libation by Shaggy Dan, featuring Omar and Matic. I asked him if the UK music scene supports his work.
My particular work, and probably the work of Lyrical Healer and Floetic Lara, Yaya, and Lyrical, probably not, because it's more of a, I don't want to say deeper, because that might suggest that other people aren't deeper, but you know, we do work not really on a club vibe or a radio vibe. It's work to try and empower people, work with meaning. So in that sense, but then we've always known this, it's never really been supporting us. And you see the same in the States as well, you know. So, I mean, I guess what we always got to look at is, well, how do we get over that? Where will be the markets that will support that? And, you know, just keep faith. To the slum cry, who's the next slumdog millionaire? The next slumdog millionaire. Beat your fears and live your dreams. Beat your fears and be your dreams. Who's the next slumdog millionaire? The next slumdog millionaire. Beat your fears and live your dreams. Beat your fears and be your dreams.
Eddie Nestor, what do you think about the UK music scene?
Well, it's weird really, because there are lots of artists, and certainly I work with them, I interview them, and I go to see them, and you know, they all seem to be broke in a way. I mean, some are, you know, even if you talk to people like Misha Paris, you know, you think she's doing incredibly well, tough times, and Estelle's gone off to America to do her thing, but you talk to other artists, it's a tough scene. I think it's a real labour of love, really. I wish them the best, and I think that we all need to go out there and appreciate them and support them, but it is tough.
Lyrical used to team up with one of my young people called Floetic Lara, and they used to come and they used to present together on the stage and do their thing, and the harmonies were great, they were magnificent, marvellous, fantastic. They always wowed the crowd and wooed the crowd.
I often team up with Floetic Lara for songwriting sessions. Our styles are complementary and we work well together on stage.
Come on. I feel the cold in the concrete floor. Blood stains and needles galore. This lifestyle's real raw. I refuse to accept the situation. That's right. Remember days spent playing on my PlayStation, chilling with my peeps. Never thought I'd end up on the streets. Can't believe I've fallen so far, full of emotional and physical scars. But I know that really I'm a shining star. I gotta pull through 26 to one got two. Got my whole life ahead to view. I wanna have fun, and get out of this blooming slum. In these streets every day, can't find no job, no play. And every day to God I pray for a little place to stay, a place to stay. We're roaming these streets every day. We can't find no job, no pay. And every day to God I pray for a little place to stay, a place to stay.
The UK music scene at the moment, I'd say there's some great artists out there. Some, it seems only few get commercial recognition or mainstream recognition, and it's good to hear, you know, people such as Emily Sanders coming out now and doing her thing alongside rappers such as Professor Green. But I really feel like the UK scene is missing out on a chunk of creative artists, brilliant artists who are out there, who are just more underground, maybe don't have the same PR, maybe don't have the same amount of resources and teams to work with, but have brilliant songwriting skills, singing skills, rap skills, etc. So I think that the scene needs to be broadened.
Working with classical composer Andrew Camplin has given me an opportunity to diversify my genre and sound.
It's been a great pleasure to work with Winsome from the word go, really, and we work essentially with 15 and 16-year-olds who, in our particular establishment, are really quite vulnerable and volatile, but they've got a huge amount of talent and creativity, and Winsome and Lyrical Healer has played a major part in helping me in my music lessons to bring that creativity to the fore and help them to express some of their inner feelings in a really very moving way. With this particular song, I started by asking the young lady to write some lyrics, and then we worked out a proper meter for those lyrics and some rhyming couplets. And so we got a basis of some words, and then she was a natural singer, this young lady, and we soon came up with a melody and worked out a chord progression to go with it, and then a structure for the song. And one thing led to another, and eventually to a final product, which I think she was very pleased with.
Walking beside the sea, I feel so free. Love is the key for you and me. Walking in the sunshine, feeling good, your hand in mine. The skies are gorgeous blue for me and you. Feeling kind of lazy, boy, you drive me crazy. One thing I can say, you show.
I'd always wanted to work on an international scale. When P Vibes introduced me to Chicago singer Natalie Oliveri, I grabbed the opportunity with both hands.
I met Lyrical Healer through social media. I met her through Twitter, actually. I became friends with a producer from the UK. His name is P Vibes, and at the time I was looking for a UK spoken word artist, and he recommended her to me.
Yeah, well, she would send a track. She sent a track over to us. I got her in touch with Lyrical. She contacted Lyrical, and she sent the track over to both of us. So Lyrical wrote her verses, came by me, we done the recording, mixed it, I sent the waves back over.
Need by a tuneful license. Jazzy blue tones is my defense. The staccato soul is my remedy. As the notes bounce off me internally, the key. Inside Out, written by Jenna Vondel and I, was our first song featured on a film soundtrack. It appeared in the film Moral Conflict, written and directed by Maxine Chantel.
And yeah, like we were just literally jamming on my piano one Saturday or Sunday afternoon, and we came up with the lyrics for Inside Out, and then I think she came down again and we went to go and record it at 33 Beat Studio, and yeah, we produced around it kind of thing. Shout out to Professor F, and the rest is history. The next thing I knew, Lyrical said that Maxine would like to use it in a film. So I was like, cool. And the rest is history, really.
Jenna Vondel.
Exclusive! Hey girl! I am Bishop Ade from the Rise and Dominate Ministries in Peckham. Well, I've never heard of such a church since living in London.
Meet my fashion designer, Shane Benoit. Shane designs my outfits for special occasions such as the Moral Conflict film.
I'll look at the music that she's singing, I'll look at what the movie is about, I'll look at the environment that she's going to be filming the video in, and then as well as looking at how to still make her look beautiful, which doesn't need much help in that department, right? But complement her with colours, with accessories. So all these things are going to be thought about when I'm designing this garment for Lyrical Healer.
The life of an entertainer is one of discipline, focus and determination. I love performing to a live crowd. It adds another dimension to the music.
generations decoding me. After a brief encounter of being in my company, releasing years of suppressed energy effortlessly. I mean, what was I to do? I just simply fell into you, my boo. Feeling baffled, equated to being confused. I just admired you. See, God screamed that he was the one. So come over here, hon, and let me show you a trick I can do with my tongue. Jeez, Mr. Chocolicious. You see, like candy floss, he leaves me feeling warm and fuzzy. That's why I call him my Mr. Lovely. All this time, I'm feeling so fine. Coffee-colored skin, awaiting the next breath of him. You see, Bussy House, I feel like singing an amen choir, and I feel like sharing all my desires, and I feel like.
One of the things that people need to know is that being an artist can be a very demanding job, especially if you're working part-time or full-time and you're having to leave your occupation to go on to your evening job or to do shows, gigging, workshops, that kind of thing. So today's been one of those days where it's actually been non-stop. You know, I was working today in a school, and then from there I went straight to a radio station in Tottenham and got interviewed, and now I'm waiting to go on stage at an event in Peckham. So it's really hectic, the life of an artist, and you really got to have a passion, I believe, for what it is that you do. You really got to have focus and determination and a drive for what it is that you're going to do, because that's the only way in where you can overcome the struggles, and when you feel like giving up, that's the only thing that's going to carry you through, really, is that passion. So my goal as an artist, as a writer, as an author, is to empower the communities, to inspire people through my words, to, you know, heal the wounded soul. And I just really want to just share my message with the world as we move forward into a new age where times have changed so much and people are losing themselves a little bit. So that's what I do, and that's why I do it. You know, that's why it's always so intense, just to keep on moving. I love words, I love art, I love poetry. Poetry is actually my first love. And then, you know, I've become this little songbird and burst into songs on occasions on the stage. And it's all because I want to make people feel good. So I'm going to encourage anybody out there, whether it's a music career that you're seeking, whether it's something that you want to do as a doctorate, however you want to extend yourself and encourage yourself, I really do suggest that you give it all that you've got. You know, you're not dead yet, so don't count yourself out. Remember to continue to be positive and never ever give up.